That one pulls his length back a little bit. Hobson was getting a little bit frustrated. 8 off 16 balls, and he loops up an easy catch to George Walker. So Hobson, he goes, 8 off 16 balls. Wimbledon now 24 for 2.
Stephen Hobson was caught by...
Well, that might give you a better idea. That's the South African opener. That's Herschel Gibbs, apparently. Thinks he looks like. Herschel Gibbs will have played 1 or 2 of those shots in his time, but normally Herschel Gibbs whacks it over the leg side. All the same, Wimbledon have lost the second wicket, 24 for 2 then. And Swordsden are fighting hard. They're picking up early wickets. Neil Turk, who bowled a brilliant last over.
Neil Turk, he'll want to play a captain's innings here. Had a good day in the field. I thought he manoeuvred his bowlers around really well. Not the greatest start, but he'll be looking to get accustomed to the pitch, the bowler. Nichols got a slightly unusual action. Here's the wicket of Hobson. Just pulls it back. Didn't really go at the ball hard enough. Tried to flick it over square leg and got it a bit high on the bat, a bit too near the splice. George Walker took an easy catch.
It's looking sharp, but it is a wicket maiden. 5 overs gone then, 24 for 2. Not had it all their own way, Wimbledon. They'd have been pleased at half-time, but they're having a struggle in these early overs. 5 overs gone, 24 for 2. A start for Trenchard. He looked in good touch. Picked up by Thelwell. So last over of the power play. 6, of course, is the power play overs. Richard Sims then off break bowler. Now this will be interesting. Bowling A in the power play over the last one, but we've seen some considerable turn off this surface here at the Rose Bowl. Plenty to encourage the spinners.
Good move as well, I think, this from the captain, Thomas. This is a used pitch. The England boys played on it, and there's going to be footmarks. It's not going to make it easy for the left-hander scoring or playing against the off-spinner, turning it away.
Oh, get it! One. Not to you, Lammy. Bowler, here we go, boys. First ball, hooray. Come on, 5 on Sky. Let's go.
3 games for Zimbabwe. Richard Sims, he actually played a game here at the Rose Bowl against South Africa. It was in a triangular tournament.
Come on, Simsy, let's go, buddy.
2003.
Get it,
This is where, as well, as a batsman, as a team, when you're chasing down a small target, a spinner comes on in the power play, and you think, well, we really need to take any risks here. We'll just play nicely. If he bowls a bad ball, we'll have a go at it.
Well, working against the spin. We'll scramble to get a run. All a bit ugly, really. One way or another of that particular delivery. Good bowling.
Yeah, not the greatest option, trying to hit against the spin, out of the footmarks. He gets away with it, but if they were chasing down a bigger score, they'd be looking to use their feet and try and really take this over down. But
well, he's bowled 22 overs in international cricket, one-day cricket, and hasn't picked up a wicket, Richard Sims. But he's started nicely enough here, just 2 runs from his overs so far.
Come on, Simsy, let's go, mate. Here we go. Back in you, buddy. Come on. Hold it, hold it.
Good over, 2 runs from it, 26 for 2.
Bresnan in there. And I reckon Tremlett might get a go as well. That would be my call. Not saying that's right or wrong, that's just what I think it will be. Better find out in a few minutes, won't we?
Yeah, we will. Jaden Hatwell's going to find out if he can get any spin off this surface. He should be able to. I'm sure Mark Thomas is doing the right thing. He's trying to bring his spinners in as early as he can, let them have an impact early in the innings.
Come on, Jaden. Let's go, boys. Come on, Jaden. Catch it, catch it. Yeah, they're good.
Swept away. We'll pick out the man in the deep, Johnny Cooper, who does well. Rob, I'm interested in the tactics here of Mark Thomas. The field is, well, all bar two are up on the inner ring saving one. We don't often see that. Don't have to be. The power play overs have come and gone.
Bold, bold, bold. Good.
Well, either he's forgotten that you don't need these men up, but I actually think he's doing a really good job. I think this is spot on. He hasn't got a big score. He needs to take
Come
wickets.
on, Atwell. Let's go, mate.
Got two left-handers in against the turning ball, turning away from him.
I agree. I think it's brilliant. We're often sat up here during the year berating and having a go at Rob Key and his captains, saying, why don't you bring him in? Bring him in. Bring the pressure. Put the pressure on the batsman, particularly when you're starting your innings.
Oh!
Good bowling. A little bit of turn.
An outrageous comment from the man who captained the side that drew their way to winning the championship.
Do you know what? You've just touched the... Well, I'm a little bit nervous about that comment, so I'm going to reply to it.
Catch it!
Now, in today's point system, as it stands right now in this year's championship, who would have won it if the same points had been allocated in 204 and we won it?
3 and 4, eh?
Well, I think you know the answer.
Get it.
Brilliant over. Very good indeed. Just 2 runs from it. 7 gone then, 28 for 2. Seven overs gone then. It's neck and neck. Swanston 26 for 2. Wimbledon are 28 for 2. This is going to be a good game. Spinners are in operation. Sims will continue. Turn and again wanting to play against the spin. And again, Mark Thomas is happy to keep his fielders up.
Handy this as well. He's kept the field up. He's keeping the pressure on the left-handed batsman, but he's still not used his main spinner in George Walker, the left-arm spinner.
Yeah!
Very good, full and straight. No need for turn. I think it's gone underneath the bat. So Wimbledon in some sort of trouble here. 29 for 3.
Turk goes, but I'm pleased for Mark Thomas, the captain. Been brave, bowling his spinners, keeping the field up. Richard Sims pushes that ball through. Neil Turk, though, he goes for 3 off 11 balls. Wimbledon now in a bit of trouble, 29 for 3.
.230 has come and gone, and the Ashes squad has been announced, and there it is for your very eyes. Andrew Strauss, of course, captain. Alistair Cook, Jonathan Trott, Kevin Peterson back in the side. Paul Collingwood, Ian Bell, Owen Morgan retains his position. Matt Pryor, the wicketkeeper. Stephen Davis, that's an issue that needed to be discussed. Was he going to be the reserve keeper? Yes, he is. Graham Swan, that speaks for itself. Monty Panesar back in the squad. That'll delight Monty, I'm sure, and all Monty fans. James Anderson, Stuart Broad, Stephen Finn, and Chris Tremlett, as Robert Key was just saying. A lot of talk about Tremlett getting back into the England squad, and there he is, and Tim Bresnan. That must have been a call between Bresnan and, say, Shazad, but it's Bresnan who gets the nod. So there is England's Ashes squad. Plenty of reaction, of course, on Sky News right now, and we'll have plenty of reaction for you here today.
Get it. Bowling.
Any surprises there, Rob?
No, I think that's pretty much what I said, wasn't it, really? But no, I think there was a lot of talk about Tremlett. He's had a good year for Surrey. You've got to remember as well, the Oval's not the best place to bowl, really. People talk about the Oval, they talk about a bat in paradise. So to average 20 with the ball,
Get it, George. Get it, George. Well done, mate.
I think he's deserved it, to be honest, albeit second division, but take nothing from a bloke. A seamer at the Oval,
Come on, lads.
doing what he's done is a really good effort, and also he's had to move counties to do it, so there's talk that it's toughened him up a bit. Not that I thought that he needed that, really. He's just a very nice guy, Twiggy, very quiet lad, and that's the way he is, but he gives you everything when he runs in with the ball.
Get in there, Georgie.
Well, congratulations to Tremlett and all that have made the squad. And good luck. But right here, Wimbledon and Swordston have got a really good game on. They're not thinking of Ashes squads right now. They're thinking of who can get the better and get through this semi-final into the final later on tonight.
Get it there.
Sims has done a really good job here. 2 overs, then 1 for 2, 29 for 3.
Oh, get it. Great work, Georgie. Good, Jaden. Good, mate. Here we go then, Jaden. Come on, lads.
Required rate now is up to 6.25. The original rate was 5.2, so an extra run has been added. Spinners are doing a good job here.
Come on here, Jaden. Oh!
Wimbledon here really batting themselves into a hole. They're not really trying to do anything against the spin here.
Really good, Jaden.
Sims,
Really
2
good,
overs,
Jaden.
1
Good
wicket
boy,
for
mate.
2
Lots of
runs.
dots now.
Hatwell here, 1.2, only 3 runs.
Oh!
Haven't seen any paddle sweeps, haven't seen any reverse sweeps, things like that. They're almost saying, well, we don't have to take any risks here, but now they're making run rate an issue.
Keep him in,
You're
nice,
chasing
yeah, fellas.
109. Run rate should never be an issue.
Get in there, Georgie. We got him.
Good
Back
fielding.
it, back it, back it. Yes, way,
Slightly wayward throw, but it will be 1 run. If Rob and I sound as if we know all about the Swordston players, it's because James Pearson's joined us. He's our spotter. James has just missed out on the final 11, but he's informing us to who's doing all the fielding at various times. It's great work. It's really good work behind the stumps. Yeah, we're going to have a little look upstairs. Ben Debenham's going to just check whether the foot's slid behind the line or whether it's out. Ed Hopkins, very sharp.
Just a bit all over, just about to fall over, and oh, that's a tough one.
Well, I think he'll be okay. It was up in the air for a while, then it was on the ground, and he was just dragging out. But I think he's still got something behind the line. Of course, he has to have something behind the line. If it's on the line, he'll be on his way. Third umpire is Steve Gale. He's making the decision, and he's decided that he's in. So Fernie survives. It will be a wide, though.
Come on, Jaden. Come on, Jaden. Let's go, mate.
I reckon Fernie's got to try and do something here.
Get it.
Just keep patting the ball back. I'll try and put some impetus back on the bowler here. The bowler's having it all too much their own way at the moment. Any spinner loves it when batters show no intent, just look to pat it back, especially in 2020.
Get it, George. Great hand, mate.
There you go, that's already a better shot. More positive, only 1, but look to hit good shots, not just try and dink it into the infield.
Holding out here, ball, eh? Come on. Come on, George. Here we go. Come on.
There's a notable admission from that squad, as far as I'm concerned. Ravi Bopara.
Catch. 1, 1.
Yeah, I have heard a whisper that Ravi might be playing first-class cricket somewhere else. Might be out to South Africa, somewhere like that, certainly for 2020. He did that last year, if you remember, went out to New Zealand and played, which I actually think isn't a bad thing. But the other one on there who's not there is Adil Rashid, which after the year he's had for Yorkshire,
Come on, Georgie. Come on, Georgie.
you're talking about whether or not he's going to get on the main tour. Well, he's not got on the performance squad either.
Come on, George.
It's a great idea, isn't it, that performance squad, the way that it's set up in Australia. That must be close. And Debenham says no. Well, I think it's a good decision. Didn't quite grip enough off the surface. I think it was sliding down. So George Walker starts well. Nice strike down the ground. There is a man at long off. Well, direct hit now. This will be close. Yeah, we're going to have a look upstairs. Ben Debenham again says, yeah, I need the assistance of Steve Gale. Michael Eccles, some excellent work in the deep.
Easy to see at the moment, is it?
Well, from that angle, he looks short, doesn't he? But it's a tricky one. It's tricky to locate the lines from there. That's going to be difficult because we've got a fielder, Hatwell, who's in the way. Ben Debenham, the umpire, is in the way too. Very difficult, so we're going to have to go back to this one. Probably out, but it's difficult to give, isn't it?
It's almost like the line's been worn away, or there's no line across there, so it's hard to tell where it is, but it does look out, but you can't be certain.
Well, he got away with it. Right. Probably got the benefit of the doubt, which is fair enough, I suppose. Very difficult to judge from those angles. All the same, it's good work in the deep from Eccles. It's been good bowling, good start for Walker.
Come on, Georgie. Come on, George. Go, get it, George, get it! Hold it, Coops, easy, easy. Come on, Georgie. Come on, George. Get it, one. Come on, George. Keep going, boys. Come on, George. Come on, George. Mix it up here, Georgie. Back in here, buddy. Bold, we'll bold.
5 runs then from that over. 10 gone, 38 for 3.
So the halfway stage, 38 for 3. This stage, Swarton were 43 for 2. The original rate 5.2, now 6.6 runs and over. Wimbledon requires 66 runs in 60 balls.
So it's a struggle for Wimbledon. 66 runs to win. Swarton have been fighting hard. And, take you through the next few overs or so. Up here we've got Robert Croft and Charles Colvin.
After 10 overs, Swardston were 43 for 2. Wimbledon are 38 for 3. So Wimbledon behind every which way you look at it. And spin is strangling them. Jaden Hatwell is going to bowl his 3rd over. 0 for 6 so far. Swardston were always fairly confident with their 3 top-flight spinners that they'd be able to cause Wimbledon a few problems, and that's the way it's turning out. Spin to the 4, Robert. It must make your old heart happy.
Well, not quite so old heart. It's very happy, yeah, smiling away.
Come on, lads. 4 and 5, boys. Come on.
Batsmen are showing that they're not able to compete against this type of spin, not able to knock it around.
Get it.
Looking for 2. 1 wants it.
Well, this could be trouble here. What's he done there? He's going to run himself out. What a dumb bit of cricket that is. What on earth was he thinking?
Well, he wanted 2 and he was sent back, Charles. And Frankie Mateka is on his way back. Richard Sims, good throw. JD Hatwell gets back there early enough. Good cricket, and he's out. Run out by about 2.5, 3 feet. And Wimbledon are certainly not putting themselves in a good position here. Halfway stage, they're in a terrific position, but now Frankie Mateka goes for 5 and Wimbledon are 40 for 4.
64 needed from 57. That scoring rate is highly unlikely the way this Wimbledon innings is going so far. It needs somebody to come in and do something special, somebody to seize this game by the scruff of the neck. But at the moment, the only neck that is being seized is the Wimbledon neck by the Swordston spinners, who are choking the life out of them. Now, was there 2 here? Let's have a look, see about the running. He touches down and he goes quickly, but he's never ever gone for it. Bernie at the other end. Yeah! Oh, and that's bowled him, and this is all going horribly, horribly wrong for Wimbledon. 2 in 2.
Well, it is 2 in 2, and Wimbledon are, well, they would say, choking. They're struggling at this position to cope with chasing these runs down pressure. And the bowl inside are doing their job.
I would hesitate to say it, but right at the moment it looks like game, set and match, not to Wimbledon but to Swordston.
Well, this is an ace delivery from the spinner there. Just falling over, drift, spin, hits off stump. Hatwell's happy. But the Wimbledon batsmen are really struggling to cope. Max Fernie goes for 9 and Wimbledon are 40 for 5.
Don't forget, these two are playing for a right to appear in the final this evening, which will be under lights, and you'll see it here on Sky Sports. And their opponents will be either South Northumberland from the northeast of England, who won this competition back in 2008, or possibly Bootle from Merseyside. Although going into that second semi-final, South Northumberland will be hot favourites, having just won the National Club Championship last Saturday up at Derby. So South Northumberland, a pretty useful outfit. They were when we saw them